It is the last day of the induction program for the newly elected and re-elected governors. The event winds down with this session with development partners. The objective is to intimate the governors-elect of the opportunities that exist with development partners, including grants, partnerships, and project sponsorships.
But let me begin with...
One of the speakers of the day, the country director of the World Bank, is concerned about the rising debt profile of some states and warns that the situation could get worse depending on the decision of the government on the fuel subsidy regime.
As of 2022, I think about 32 of the 36 states were operating at a deficit already. A pretty large deficit in many cases, in most cases. Well, that situation is going to get worse this year, much worse if action is not taken on PMS subsidies. And as I mentioned on Monday night, that's a political choice, and that's a political choice where the states, the subnational, and all of you as governors have a particularly critical role to play.
Issues around revenue generation, budgeting and good governance dominated the discussions here since Monday, and some of the new inductees believe strongly that this is a good start for them.
Most of the speakers from their past experience have talked a lot of important issues that certainly we will be confronted with. And I have no doubt in my mind most of us will take most of these things that we learned today and use it to enhance our governance.
The governor of Bauchi State also shares his thoughts on the rising debt profile of the federal and state governments.
We cannot continue to borrow endlessly. Our debt servicing requirement is about 95% of the revenue. And so the states are affected by this macroeconomic reality. We have taken so much upfront. The federation has to be looked at as a structure because states have to have a say in the management of the economy.
These governors will have the responsibility of managing the resources of their respective states after they are sworn in on May the 29th. The knowledge and experiences of former governors shared during this program could be the launch pad for their successes or failures.